It's Monday. Is it so good for you? It's been so good to me this Monday. I decided this alliteration made a lot of sense today. My mindset story Monday, or mental health story Monday, or whatever you want to call it. The M's are at work today. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a little normalcy for the work that sometimes has to go into the healing process in terms of mental health and mindset. If you're catching this on YouTube live or the replay, don't forget to like, subscribe, and even hit the little bell so you're notified anytime I'm on here. I do go live on here often, usually a couple times a week at least. So catch me there. In the description of this video, you'll find other places to find me. If you want to check me out, my group is open to all that want that kind of help and support. I'm here for it. I also have some resources I've created and designed just for you to help you the way I could have used some help and assistance along my own journey. I just took it all and compiled some resources and help for everyone else. So let's get cracking on what mindset looks like for me these days. It's evolved over the years, but I will tell you this right now, especially for my Lyme warriors out there, but for most people in general too. Mental health and mindset work, doing the work, there's not really a better word for it. It is some amount of work is necessary for your healing journey, for your overall best health and wellness. It's not something that you can just scoot around or avoid. You have to kind of plow through it. And everybody's journey with that is going to look different. Mine has, like I just said, over the years, I've had different ups and downs and little side paths along my journey, right? But at the end of the day, I will tell you, I'm always, pretty much always, working on something significant in the area of mindset and mental health. Um, a lot of people think that just refers to like therapy, and it can, or counseling or whatever. It can refer to that certainly, but it doesn't always necessarily. I'm not here to debate if we always should be in therapy or not. Maybe some of us need to be, and maybe some of us don't. I don't know. You got to decide for yourself. Be empowered. Make that decision. But I will tell you, I'm currently in therapy right now with a licensed professional, and it's just what I need for this season of life, at least for however long it's needed. And I have in my whole life since diagnosis and before diagnosis with Lyme, even been in and out of therapy at various stages along the way. When I'm not in therapy, what am I up to? I'm always up to mindset work. I'm reading about mindset. I'm learning about retraining thoughts and habits and patterns mentally. I'm learning about my spiritual walk and how that relates to my mindset work. I'm using affirmations and gratitude and positivity, not toxic positivity, but positivity work and focused work on reality versus perception to help ground me and work through mindset and mental health ups and downs and twists and turns along the way, and ultimately healing, because you can't separate mental and mind healing from physical. It's all part of the whole person and the holistic look at how things go for anyone on any journey. So I thought today was a great day to talk about it because I had therapy today. I go every couple weeks. Sometimes we utilize EMDR. I looked for a professional that specialized in that near me because I was interested in trying that service as a non-talk therapy option. And there are other neurofeedback and other types of non-talk therapy options for mental health healing too. And I think it's important for Lyme warriors, in particular, my people, to look into that for yourself and your healing, especially if you've had traumatic or dismissive or mentally abusive or any aspect of that. That's why I quoted any aspect of what has been dismissive of your condition, your struggles, and your needs. You might consider not just talk therapy, but other methods of therapy as well. If you're looking for a good professional, where do you start? Because that can sometimes be the biggest hurdle is getting there then. I know pretty much every time I have known I needed to be in therapy, I have been delayed in getting to therapy by the hoops and the rigmarole and just finding the provider. Here's my top 2 places to start at least looking. First and foremost, assess your resources. Can you get recommendations from anyone reliable and start there? Because I am a big fan of word of mouth. If there's a good recommendation out there, um, I'm looking for it, right? I have a friend that works in the mental health world sphere. While she cannot like legally, professionally counsel me, she could give me some recommendations. That was a starting point for me. And I have gotten third hand recommendations even before and just investigated them myself to make a decision about therapy choices. Also, know specifically what you might be looking for, at least, even if you're not 100% sure if that's going to be a good fit for you. Some therapists aren't trained in all the things. If you're looking for trauma therapy or grief therapy or chronic disease therapies or EMDR or cognitive behavioral therapy or neurofeedback therapy, you're going to need to specify that you might be interested in that. And is this professional qualified for that? Usually you'll have to fill out an intake form, and that might be a good place to ask, or just call ahead and find out ahead of time. If you don't have a good recommendation system or you want to shop around a little, you might find, hair in the face, the website findapsychologist.org helpful. It kind of lists various psychologists you can search by area code or need, etc. You can see their qualifications and you can kind of narrow down your options from that point as well. So hopefully those 2 options get you where you need to go. And just remember one more tip. When picking any provider or professional to be on your collaborative team for your healing, remember that they are ultimately working for you, essentially. You should be interviewing them, asking them questions, and deciding if they're a good fit to the best of your ability before you commit to their service. And even after that point, you should always be reevaluating if the service is still right for you and if you guys are still a good fit together for your collaborative needs. They're part of your healing team, and your healing matters in that. So don't be afraid to fire any professional, even your mental health professional, if needed. There are nice, acceptable ways to do that. It doesn't have to be a mean and rude thing unless you need it to be, I guess. But remember, do your due diligence and go ahead and ask the questions that need to be asked to make sure you get the right professional for you. So who needs to seek a mental health professional today for part of their healing journey? If you know it, raise your hand or comment below if you're brave. Go for it. I will fully support you and I will help you until you get there and have that meeting and that connection with that person. If you need the support, I'm here for it, because I know it was really hard for me to just get through the front door of a facility to meet with a counselor. It was hard to get to that point. And I don't want to make anything any harder in life for you than it has to be. So if you know this is you and that's your next step for your mindset work and your mental health healing, I got you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I'm over here rooting you on. And if you want to share with me anytime, you always can. In the meantime, make sure you're hopping into Lyme-y and Crunchy, where we're talking about mindset all week long. You'll hear more about it here a little bit too, but even more is happening over there. So you don't want to miss that. It's free, it's easy, and it's a fun community of like-minded individuals that want to heal and want to see all the different pieces of that puzzle come together for them in the easiest, most enjoyable way possible too. All right, here for it. Happy Monday to you. And that's part of my mindset story where I'm at right now today. And I'll tell you what, no regrets. Full speed ahead towards healing.